Here's our first bow, and you can see how big it is. There are 3 pieces. There's one piece that ends right here at that joint, and we use 2 Tech screws to screw that together. And then that goes over the arch, comes back to the same joint on the other side, right there, and that uses 2 Tech screws. And then each one of those sides, that one and that one, go down into those anchor posts. Here is the way to make a classic mistake. You can see that the ends here are pointed in different directions, and the arch at the top is not straight up. And that is not going to work. This is what it should look like. Those ends that go down in the anchor post should be in the same plane. So it's going to be critical to get that correct. They say in the instructions to lay it on a flat surface. See how easy it is to get it out of whack? Look at that. So we're going to try and lay it over on some flatter ground and make it better. We've got one of the hoops together, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to get this one hoop, which is really awkward, into the posts. The problem we have is the height. I have the bucket on the tractor as high as it will go. We could actually probably get that in the post. Anytime I try to push in on that, this end wants to kick out and the hoop wants to fall over. I've got a C-clamp around that, but I don't have anything on the bottom, and that bottom is going to want to kick out to the right. We have an issue that we're going to have to resolve. The bucket is as high as it will go on the tractor. What happens here is that when I lift this end up in order to get into the anchor post, the bow wants to flop back and forth like this, and I can't get a good grip on it. That bow weighs probably 60 pounds or so, 70 pounds, and it's really, really awkward to maneuver. So we tried putting this ladder up there so that somebody could get up on top of the ladder and literally lift the bow straight up so that we could get one side into the anchor post. It's really awkward, really hard to do. The bow is heavy, the ladder's not stable, lots of problems there. As you can see, I only need to lift that bow about 15 inches, and then it will go down into the anchor post. But as you can see, the angle right now is such that I can't make that work. So I've got to pick the other end of the bow up so that I can make this end of the bow vertical, and then it will go down into the anchor post. Once one side is into the anchor post, it's going to be a lot easier getting the other side in. So our first objective is to try and get this bow up high enough so that this right-hand side of the bow is vertical and will go down into the anchor post. The extension ladder is as high as it'll go. I've tried standing in the bucket and lifting the bow up. That doesn't, it's just too awkward. Lose my balance. I'm an old man. If I was to fall that far, I'd be dead. What we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out what can we build to put into the bucket that will allow that bow to stay within one plane and raise it up higher than it is now. So I've got a couple ideas, and I'll show you what those are. Okay, a little southern ingenuity, and I've put together this little gadget that fits inside the bucket. Thanks to my lovely wife, who noticed there were holes on the side of the bucket, and I have all of this free lumber here. I decided we could put something on here that would actually extend the height of the bucket. And we're going to try this and see if it actually works. Come on along with us. Push it to me.
Good. A little more.
Can't go anymore, Cheryl.
Oh, oh.
It is in. That's it. It is in. Yes.
Is it all the way down?
Yeah, it hit the pole, hit the
Oh,
thing.
God.
Okay, we have the first hoop in on both sides. And it's all the way down to the bolt that it's supposed to sit on. And it's screwed together at the joints between the sides and the top arch. So we are there with one bow in place. And my little contraption on the tractor worked a lot better than I actually thought it would. Thank you very much, Cheryl. What a great idea. Okay, now one of the most difficult things is putting these tech screws in. The manufacturer mentioned that, and most everybody else mentions it. It's mentioned in the manual that it kind of takes a little bit of practice. I am literally putting my entire weight on this screw, and I want to show you how long it takes in real time. I know it's boring, but I want to show you how long it takes with me pushing as hard as I can. Once it grabs, it's fine, but it's got to go through two thicknesses of a metal before the threads grab. One of the guys in the manufacturing plant told me that it might be easier to pre-drill the holes before you put the tech screws in.
Whoops.
Okay, now that I've got one hole fully drilled all the way through, let's try driving this tech screw into that hole and see how easy it is. Much easier.
All right.
Hallelujah.
Two down. How many more to go?
Go turn the camera on. We have 4 hoops in, 9 more to go. That's all we're going to do today. Cheryl wants to plant some onions. We've got about 170 onion sets to plant. I also have purchased an impact driver. I don't know if it's going to help us with putting these things together, putting the tech screws in, but we're sure going to give it a try. Okay, it's 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. We started this about 12:15. We had 9 bows to put in, and like I say, it's 4 o'clock. In under 4 hours, we've put together and installed 9 bows. This is really looking pretty good. See what it looks down through there? It actually went a lot easier than I expected. And now we can take a well-deserved rest. I'll be in that other chair in just a second. Our hoop house is looking really good. We took delivery of this hoop house on July 6th of this year. Today is November 16th. So it's been a while. I am really happy. Then I got to do something on the inside with the dirt. As always, thanks for watching the Itsy Farm channel. If you'd like to watch more how-tos, more product reviews, and how to build a commercial-grade hoop house, please subscribe. And don't forget to thumbs up if you like the video.